If you didn't know, we lost one of our own. Cody Crudgington passed away recently. So we want to do a little bit of a memorial. Have people come up, share thoughts, no pressure. Also in the back of the room is a jersey and a marker. If you want to get up at some point, write your name on there. Again, we'll be shipping it off to his family.
I'll start.
Yep.
So I've known Cody, I think, since 2018. He's been, he always focused on the non-code stuff in the project. And he was always very passionate about helping out with the summits. He's helped organize, I think, the unconference sessions and things like that. Yeah, since 2018. He's been on staff. He was staff this time, and he did for those that got awards last year, he helped run the awards then, and he will definitely be missed.
I first met Cody, San Diego 2019, and honestly, the biggest thing, we were going out to dinner before KubeCon, and he was just the life of the party. I remember it was Josh, me, Cody, and then probably 5 or 6 other people all around a table, and it was just Cody was leading the charge, just positive energy the whole time. And that pretty much embodied everything that he did everywhere. He wanted to make sure everyone was having a good time, everyone was taken care of. And in his efforts with the Contributor Summit and his efforts everywhere else. So if you have something you want to say, feel free to come up, share. Otherwise, we don't want this to be too much of a downer because, like I said, he always wanted to have fun.
So I too met Cody. I think San Diego was the first time. He was hanging out in the dock sprints, and he was just the nicest guy. He's the absolutely nicest guy. He was just very warm and friendly and just a wonderful personality. And then I got to see him when he came to North Carolina for work, and we and a group of his colleagues went out to dinner there. And again, as like these folks said, just you couldn't meet a nicer person that was just wonderful to be around. Just he's one of those people, just solidly the earth type people. And it was just a terrible shock and just tremendous sadness because he was just so amazing.
I just wanted to mention that Cody was also helping run Kubernetes Austin meetup and Kubernetes Dallas meetup. So a lot of folks who are not here are going to miss him too and notice his absence, and it's all very tragic and sad.
So I got to know Cody last year doing the awards. I helped with the awards with Cody, and last year around this time as well, my wife and I, we were expecting our first son. And once I told Cody that, and I was very anxious, his face just lit up. Cody is a father, also has a young son as well. And he told me a lot of positive messages, so that helped calm me down. So I just want to thank Cody very, very much.
Computer professionals, like I said. Anyone else? All right.
You wouldn't want us to dwell on this.
Yeah, no, we aren't dwelling on this. We're actually following it up with positivity. Yep. Last reminder, jersey in the back, sign if you want. Otherwise, let's actually, stay positive. Speaking of, Ray, on to you. And awards.
All right. Hey, folks. All right. Welcome to the 2022 Kubernetes Community Awards. My name is Ray Lahano. This is Joseph Sandoval. I also want to shout out Mars Toknaliev as well for helping out with the awards. So one of my personal favorite aspects about this community is that we like to enable people to rise up and shine. So with these contributor awards, we recognize our peers who shined bright this past year. So let's celebrate their work and achievements. So this is actually the first time we're celebrating the awards in person since 2019. So if you are here, please come up onto the stage. We have an awards as well to take a picture with, but the awards will be mailed out to you. All right, so let's get started, and we're going to be going in alphabetical order of the SIGs. I have a clicker. So first off, for SIG API Machinery, Joe Betts for Joe's leadership and contributions, introducing CL as a powerful teacher for Kubernetes and leading the strategy and execution of all the sub-projects like CRD validation, mission control, and more to come. Oh yes, so the award itself is going to be, actually,
We need a backdrop. You don't have it. You only get a moment with it.
so this is a temporary award.
You got a picture with it.
Yeah.
We will ship you one.
Thank you, Joe. Next is Antonio Ohia for the long list of sustained contributions. Next is SIG Apps with Aldo Condor. Sorry about the name. Aldo, I believe, is not here. Aldo continues to work on the job controller, improving its functionality coming from working group batch and fixing long-standing issues with calculating pods, and among other things. Next one? Sure.
You got it?
Yep.
All right. Next up is SIG Architecture.
Yep.
Kirsten Garrison, PG Delivery Service. Kirsten has been able to build a brand of folks along with SIG release folks to roll out a new process for 126, which is making everybody's life easier. Thank you. I don't have to shout. All right, next up. Rian Kleinhans. Thought I saw him, but maybe not. Rian has been leading the charge to close the gap in our conformance test suite, which assures end users that the Kubernetes distribution works as expected. And due to Rian leadership, we are very close to paying down the debt of our older APIs. All right. One more. Patrick Oley. Patrick has been awesome across multiple fronts in code organization. And Patrick has especially led updates to Klog and how we get to structured logging across Kubernetes code base. All right. See you?
Sure.
All right.
SIG Auth. Anish Remiskar. Anish here. For driving KMS V2 Alpha 1 and maintaining the Secret Store CSI driver subproject. Next is SIG CLI with Arda Guklu. Arda joined SIG CLI at the end of 2021 and almost from the beginning caught our attention by being very diligent and patient, proposing fixes and improvements to kube control. Since then, Arda grew into a valued member of our SIG and is currently a member of our reviewers cohort on the path to becoming a reviewer.
All right. SIG cluster lifecycle. Stefan Buringer. All right, step on up. I love this comment. We love Stefan because Stefan is not only an amazing contributor, but also such a lovely and nice person that truly represents the spirit of this community by being relentless and trying to help people on every issue, PR, Slack thread, always providing valuable and constructive feedback. Thanks, Stefan, for all your hard work, and enjoy this well-deserved award. Sig Contrabex, Marky Jackson. Marky could not be with us, for those who know. So Marky, for stepping up to do the unglamorous but necessary work of community management. All right, yep, Ray. Oh, no, pal, Nabaroon. Nabaroon, let's go. This is succinct, but for driving continuous improvement of community GitHub administration, you do that, but you do a lot more. You're awesome. All right, Ray, I think you're up.
Next is Sig Docs, which is one of my personal favorites since I do work at Sig Docs. First off is Shannon Kolarothna. Shannon is an amazing contributor, both to content and processes all across Sig Docs, and has now a Sig Docs reviewer. Next is Shioko-san. Shioko-san, thank you very much for coming all the way from South Korea. Shioko-san leads the Korean localization for Sig Docs and is actually leads, I guess, one of the leads in the processes for other localization teams to follow as well. Thank you, Shioko-san. Next is Anubhav Vardan. Anubhav cannot be here, but Anubhav helped lead the launch of the Hindi localization that was released the past month or two ago. It's also our first localization using the Devanagari script as well. Next is Young Sheng or Sean Wei. Sean's also an amazing contributor. He's now a reviewer for the Chinese localization and also on the way to become an English sites reviewer as well. Next is SIG Instrumentation. And again, Patrick Oley. For Patrick's continued contributions to working group structured logging and for driving the contextual logging efforts. Next is Sally Ann O'Malley. For driving the kubelet tracing efforts and sticking with it through a years-long review process.
Okay, we're getting there. Sig Kate's Infra, Caleb Woodbine. I know I saw you, Caleb. Caleb's critical role in building the AWS infrastructure of registry.kates.io and other efforts in Sig Kate's Infra. Thank you.
Thanks, Caleb. Coming all the way from New Zealand also.
Yep. All right, Sig Network. We've got a dual winner here. Antonio Ojea again. Yes, you have to come up because we don't get enough of you. Antonio is prolific, invariable, helpful, and consistently volunteers to take on the hardest, dirtiest problems. He values quality and reliability and strives to make sure that every PR makes the project better. Antonio exemplifies the idea of maintainer and lifts up everyone who has the opportunity to work with Antonio. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Signode. Vinay Kulkarni Thank you, Vinay, for for driving long-standing and complicated in-place pod vertical auto-scaling project. Daniel Lancashire. For driving broad community participation and coordinating SIG Node CI project. Brian McQueen. For improving and sustaining the health of SIG Node CI. Bruno Patel. For driving broad community participation and coordinating release feature goals. David Porter. Thank you, David, for driving several critical initiatives, including C Group V2 and Graceful Node Shutdown.
All right, so we're going to move on to my personal favorite, SIG release, Lori Apple. Lori's been instrumental in helping to organize the SIG release roadmap and continues to play an important part in helping SIG release focus and deliver. Lori welcomes new contributors, seeks to unblock stalled efforts, and above all has helped to ensure that critical initiatives make forward progress. Thank you, Lori, for helping shape the future of our SIG. Got another one, Veronica Lopez. Veronica is a phenomenal release manager and has served as the branch manager for several releases, most recently Kubernetes 123 and Kubernetes 125. During both of these releases, Veronica has served as a mentor for a branch manager's shadow and ensured that we were empowered to team learn and able to take the role for the next release. A special thank you to Veronica for continuously driving our release machine. Thank you, Veronica. And Marco Mujinic. Marco is a profound current release manager and has been a long-term contributor to SIG release. And we want to recognize Marco's dedication to the project and to the success of SIG release. Marco's has balanced university, and Marco's contribution to the SIG has always brought a valuable perspective to the table when we're addressing issues. Thank you, Marco, for your outstanding efforts within our community. Now, SIG scalability. Monsieur Borges. For outstanding contributions to SIG scalability. All right, Ray, you're up.
Next up is SIG security. Kaylin Edwards. Kaylin has done a stellar job in making SIG security-related artifacts better through their hands-on expertise and review comments. Kaylin has also brought in new contributors into the community and made the group richer through the valuable contributions. Robert Ficaglia. For outstanding contributions to SIG security with a third-party security audit subproject and cluster API security self-assessment. Rory McCune. Rory is a thought leader and an amazing example of how to be inclusive, share knowledge in public, and improve the project through community collaboration. This is one of those cases where Kubernetes org is lucky that Rory would be its member. Mahe Tardy. Mahe has been a regular member of SIG security and a repeat contributor on Kubernetes security-related issues and PRs. Mahe has also presented a learning session to the community on an open source pen test tool, KDigger, that Mahe co-created.
All right, we're on to SIG scheduling. Kensai Nakata. For being a top contributor and scheduler, making continuous and diligent work on PR reviews, issue triaging, and KEP design and implementation, as well as maintaining some of the SIB scheduling sub-projects. We hope to use this chance to thank their efforts to the community. Kante Yin. For being a top contributor and scheduler, making continuous and diligent work on PR reviews, issue triaging, KEP design implementation, as well as maintaining some SIG scheduling sub-projects, and we're thanking this individual as well. SIG storage. Jing Shu. Jing Shu has worked on many projects in SIG storage, including GA features such as CSI volume snapshots, CSI windows, etc. Most recently in 125, Jing moved local storage capacity isolation to GA. Jing has been helping with hosting CSI implementation meetings, tracking features in Kubernetes releases, reviewing KEPs and PRs, as well as fixing bugs such as mount issues. Andy Zhang. Andy Zhang is a maintainer of CSI drivers for Azure Disk and Azure File, and he's made sure CSI migration for Azure entry plugins are progressing as planned. He's also a maintainer of the SMB and the NFS CSI drivers, and in addition, he helps fixing CI issues in the CSI spec repo by introducing GitHub actions and helps catching vulnerability issues in the CSI sidecars.
Next is SIG testing. Dave Chen for the huge Kubernetes E2E test info v2 migration. Antonio Ohia. Antonio. Thank you, Antonio, for the huge Kubernetes E2E test Ginkgo v2 migration. Also, Patrick Oli. Patrick, also for the huge Kubernetes E2E test Ginkgo v2 migration. Michelle Shepardson. For helping run the SIG, which is a huge help in running meetings, organizing the SIG annual reports, and other things. Eddie Zane. Eddie has helped run the SIG, which is a huge help running meetings and organizing the SIG annual reports. SIG UI. Cedric Desan Martin. For outstanding contributions to SIG UI. Think of one more. SIG Windows. Aravind Putia Parabel. For continued participation in bug triage, backlog grooming, and all of the work done for the node service log viewer enhancements. And with that is your 2022 Kubernetes Contributor Award winners.
Thank you, everybody, for your participation and for those contributions.